Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Oakland Raiders. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Where's the mic? Watch one. Watch one. Here we go, here we go. Express. It comes to me, it's me. So Mike's number one, Mike's number one.
Carr now on first down. He completes this one to Mack. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. A big play that time for the Raiders. 61 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
He's not going to get me.
A carry here for the big tight end. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
It's a gain of 2. That's another Raiders first down.
They come up in an offset eye. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Carr gives to Richard. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Jalen Richard His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Now the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, spinning away. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
180! 180! Watch a slap, watch a slap, watch a slap. 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll run on first down. Richard. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's get it.
To throw, it's Carr. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. On 3rd down, Richard. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, John Gruden says, let's try and get 3 out of this. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Charger drive about to get going. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Here's Gordon, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Stay there. 180. Hey.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Markel Lee. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack.
Hey, Delta! Hey, Rocket! It's a party now! Hey! High 7! Wait, 89!
To throw, Rivers. Well, the pressure gets to him again.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
It's through. Motion out of the backfield. Here we go.
Now Carr. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the 1st half.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Rivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. They started on the ground with Eckler. Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Throwing Rivers. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people round the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it.
57's the mic. Watch 57. I'll get him.
Run 80.
Check 26. Check 26.
Orange 5-4.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
Keep it skinny. Load it. Load it. Hey, ready.
Throwing again. Rivers on 2nd and 10. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Rivers now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Again, it's Rivers. Caught by Allen. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now Gordon on first down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
Red!
Working out of the gun, Rivers. He completes it to Henry. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Badgley's kick is good. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now at 16-10. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Down! Blue 80!
You rush.
Low! Express!
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Five.
Mike 8. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight.
Hut.
Breathe, defense.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. They'll find his running back here, Richard. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
And sometimes you have to serve as your own blitz control. And what I mean by that is there are going to be times when guys come free and are going to hit you when you're trying to throw the ball. He stood in there and took it and still completed it for a 1st down.
Well, yes, running back had vacated the area there, but able to complete it to him still make a gain out of it.
I guess that's what we call a safety valve, and it worked pretty well.
Like now.
That's right, man.
180. 180. We're good. We're good. 180. Express.
Three down. Mike.
That's it.
On play action, now Carr. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing again on second down. Carr. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Give him 32 on the play. The final shot here before half for Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, nice move. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is I'm
doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 31 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. To throw is Rivers. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Carr. Able to find Walter. That's complete. The 40, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Darren Waller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting,
and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
Now Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Set. 180.
Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Rivers out quickly here to Allen. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 36 yards on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Hey, Rocket.
57.
From the gun, Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his second touchdown of the night. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Give him 30 yards there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry, 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Carr to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
That's what I do. Hey, here we go.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He was trying to get that back to Allen, and now it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 3rd and long for Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Red Delta!
Now Rivers on 4th down. Going deep here for Allen. And my goodness, another interception. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. Allen, the intended receiver. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is the 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. In his own end zone, it's Carr. They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Carr completes it, and he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Kill. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
On first down, Richard. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's going to go down again. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Fielded at the 33. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Set, 180. 12. Screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, check. Wait, 89.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, and it's 2nd down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter, going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
97's the mic. 97's the mic.
Throwing again. Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now a desperation throw deep down, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tavon Young. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Richard. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. This is Richard. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, Richard. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Oakland, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile,